Behold, everybody. I suppose I could just do the intro for YouTube now. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. If you're watching this on YouTube, hi. This isn't Total War Warhammer. It's awfully similar, though. It's Call of Warhammer, Beginning of the End Times, and it's a mod for Medieval 2. It's been around for a long time, this one, actually, but in its current iteration. It's quite an impressive package, actually. It's Halloween, or at least it will be in a couple of days. And so I decided I wanted to stream something Halloween adjacent. But the thing is, I hate horror games, so that wasn't on the cards. And I was struggling to think of something that both I would actually be interested in playing and also was sort of on brand for this time of year. And then I thought to myself, why don't I play some Total War Warhammer as the vampire count? And then I actually spent ages downloading and patching Total War Warhammer 3. And then I played a little bit of it, and then I remembered, oh gosh, right, yes, I forgot I didn't really like this game very much. And so I decided, rather than playing Total War Warhammer 3 for an entire evening and bitching and complaining about it, I thought, why don't I try something else? And then I remembered that this mod exists, and it's quite fun. And I thought it would be a much more productive and positive use of everybody's time if I just played this instead. So, I guess we can chalk this up as another entry in the Total War Mod Showcase stream series. Yeah. Some Call of Warhammer, ladies and gentlemen. Beginning of the End Times. It's a rather cool mod. It's Medieval 2, but totally converted. And I need to turn the fucking music down, because it's way too loud in my earphones right now. What's going on right now? Jesus Christ. Apply. There we go. Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. We have all the playable factions available are Orcs and Goblins, Night Goblins, Ogre Kingdoms, Vampire Counts, Tomb Kings, Dark Elves, Wood Elves, Reichland, Wissenland, Averland, Stirland, Middenland, Talabecland, Ostland, Ostermark, Hochland, Nordland, Chaos Undivided, Warriors of Khorne, Minions of Tzeentch, Children of Nurgle, Cults of Slaanesh, Chaos Dwarves, Skaven, the minor factions that you probably shouldn't play as unless it's for bug testing purposes, Dogs of War. Anyone remember Dogs of War from Warhammer Fantasy? They're back. Kislev, Bretonnia, the Dwarfs, Lizard Men, and the High Elves. Them's your factions to choose from. Yeah, they're all pretty cool. We're going to play as the Vampire Counts because it's like Halloween and the Vampire Counts are nice and spooky and what have you. Strengths are fearless, cheap automatons. Weaknesses are expensive elite units, few ranged units. Here's all the info for them. I'll do short campaign. Hard difficulty. Start. This menu music is extremely extra. When I played it last time, it played a completely different track that was nowhere near as over the top. The UI is, yeah, it's got a little bit of a janky sort of charm to it. This game, this mod rather, it borrows a lot of assets, I think, from actually old Warhammer video games. Like a lot of the voice acting is borrowed from stuff like Mark of Chaos and what have you. It has a sort of charm to it. Does Call of Warhammer, a weird charm to it that reminds me a lot more of nostalgic memories of the tabletop game and also other old Warhammer Fantasy video games from back in the day. Like I think there's even some music in here from what was that game called? It was really difficult. Shadow of the Horned Rat. That was it. That was the one I was thinking of. It even has some music from Shadow of the Horned Rat in here, I think, somewhere. People in Flight, Ogre Kingdoms. Okay, cool. Welcome. In the east of the Empire, in the dread-laden lands of Sylvania, the Vampire Counts have been content for many years to bide their time and gather their strength for a new assault on the lands of the living. In the quiet, haunted castles of that dark realm, the vampires have plotted and schemed, content that the Empire has been too busy facing other threats to purge the evil that rests in Sylvania. The sinister peace of the dead was disturbed by an unexpected source. Out of the east, across Peak Pass, the warriors of Vardek Krom came from the Dark Lands. Though the majority of this host would be met in Peak Pass by the dwarfs of Karak Kadrin, there were many still thousands of warriors in smaller forces and warbands that made their way into the Empire by more treacherous, less obvious routes. It is not surprising that many of these Chaos Worshippers crossed the unmarked boundaries into the lands of the Vampire Counts. The von Karsteins are jealous guardians of their borders and will not suffer the presence of any who do not owe allegiance to them. Thus, the presence of so many warriors of the Dark Gods met a swift defense. As accustomed as they were to the harsh life and dangers of the Chaos Wastes, the tribesmen who had followed Crom across the Dark Lands were ill prepared for the terrors that would confront them. Ancient, twisted towers garrisoned by skeletons, dressed in mouldering Empire uniforms while wailing, ethereal creatures stalked the tribesmen at night. The followers of Chaos encountered corpse groves and graveyards that stirred at their approach, as well as villages infested with mindless zombies and flesh-eating ghouls. Very good. So here we are on the map. We're in Salvania. We've got Helfen as well over there. Hungerwood as well, with Temple Half. We've got Castle Drakenhalf. We've got Waldenhalf over there. And also, if you go all the way over here, we've got Bloodkeep as well, with Philip von Karstein there. And Dieter von Karstein. I'm going to turn the music down, main volume up. Music right the fuck down, I think, actually. There we go.
We're watching. I have hunted these lands.
Well, you didn't get to hear that voice acting because the fucking notification went off at just the wrong moment. Thanks, Arctic. Just kidding. Thanks for this resub, man.
I shall sweep them aside in a tide of blood.
Yeah.
The thirst grows within me.
It has lots of fun voice acting that's borrowed from other games like Mark of Chaos and what have you.
They are merely sustenance, no more.
Right, Dieter, I have my opening moves planned because I played a little bit of this last night just to test that it worked. You're going to raise some skeleton warriors and zombies using the mercenary feature. And you're going to march all the way over here to Paravon. And you're going to besiege it. Build a ram.
I cannot die.
Build a couple of towers. Build some ladders. And crack on, my friend.
Will not keep me out. Every
So,
night I grow more powerful.
are you done? Are you done? As you can see, we've got skeleton warriors, we've got skeleton spears as like the main bread and butter of our forces of the early game for the vampire counts. And one cool thing about them you will notice is that if you're garrisoned in a settlement, they all have free upkeep, all of them. Presumably to represent they're just piles of bones lying around until the vampire in question reanimates them as they go marching off. So that's kind of fun. I love how on the unit information tabs, by the way, they have actual artwork from the old Warhammer rulebooks, rather than a screenshot of the unit. That's just really neat. That really tickles the old nostalgia bug big time. Financial overviews, we're losing a little bit of money every turn at the moment.
The thirst overwhelms me.
Hello, Friedrich. You've got a big pile of skeleton warriors.
For centuries,
Elec Herden here has got... I'm going to merge you two, I think.
sweep them aside.
Yeah, let's merge you guys. There's Manfred.
Blessed with my aid.
Howdy doody, Manfred. How you doing? Who's in this settlement here? We've got Istvan von Karstein, who's got some huntsmen and more skeletons. Do I have any black knights here somewhere? I do, yes. Prince Marcus has some black knights. You can go and join them there.
I shall slake my thirst.
And we'll borrow some of these, and we'll go off this way. And we start the game at war with Stirland, I believe. Yes, we do. So we're going to go attack them immediately, I think. We've got merchants, who actually can be quite valuable in this mod. If you go find the right resource, I think there's some gold mines down off here somewhere towards Tilea, or wherever this part of the map is called. I've never been quite totally clear on my Warhammer Fantasy geography. But I think there's some... Aha, yeah, there they are. So I'm going to send Mr. Merchant Man out in that direction, this Vampire Count's handler here. And we've got a couple of priests Istok, and Bertalan. Let's get you guys out here. Counterbalancing the effect of this Sterling Priest here. Because I think I've discovered that priests are like mega effective or something in this mod, because in turn 1 this is 80% necromancy, and when I tested this before I didn't have these priests in here in the same province as him, and when I hit end turn, got round to the next turn, it was only 40% necromancy as the local sort of culture type. So I think priests are amazingly effective in converting the local population in this mod. Right. Do we have any other agents? I don't think we do we? We can recruit a spy. That's probably a good idea. And can we also recruit perhaps another priest? Yeah, let's do that. Not building any buildings just yet. We'll have lots of money as soon as we take a settlement. Just got to do that first. We're going to be losing a little bit of money until then, but that's okay. Because as soon as these guys get garrisoned back in a settlement again, totally free upkeep, like all these, you see. Totes, Magotes, free upkeep. It's lovely. I'm tempted to bring these huntsmen out with us as well, which I love. There wasn't artwork for huntsmen, so they've got a photograph of the miniature from the tabletop game. It's hilarious. In fact, you can go in there. We'll take these huntsmen instead.
I am but moments from victory.
Hey Nosy, how you doing? The unit art is charming. It is, isn't it?
These mortals shall die soon enough.
We've got lots of traits for the characters and stuff. Obviously, this is a Medieval 2 mod, so it uses that wonderful Medieval 2 trait system. Basic necromancy, proven commander, bloodthirsty. He's a vampire after all, I should hope so. Good with cavalry. A vampire. Which, by the way, means he has -10 command when fighting in day battles. So the whole night battles function of Medieval 2 serves a more important than usual purpose. If you're playing as the vampires, you want to actually fight your battles at night if you can. And I imagine all the vampires have the night fighter trait as a result. So that's pretty funny. And if you're fighting against the vampires, probably want to attack them during the day. An interesting and fun little feature that really gets to the core of what vampires are. And it makes me laugh because that never comes up in Total War Warhammer, does it? You never have to do the day-night thing with vampires in that game. Kind of funny, really. Anyway, I don't know how true it is. I've heard from a lot of people though that this mod goes very heavy on the lore. Like in many ways, I've heard people say that in many ways it's actually a lot more lore accurate than the actual Total War Warhammer games are. Don't know how true that is. But it wouldn't surprise me, because a project made by a bunch of enthusiastic fans is likely going to be a bit more lore accurate than, you know, an official video game. Weird how that works, but hey, I'm just gonna hold on a second. I'm just gonna drop a save because I've just noticed something. Yeah, that's on minimal HUD. I just want to go back to the main menu for a second here because I think this is one of those Medieval 2 mods that has its own ini file, and if I recall. Yeah, that means my anti-aliasing is not set to 8 times. So the game was looking a little uglier than usual there for a moment. There we go. Let's continue. Hello, Sigvald. How you doing? Oh, and of course this is Medieval 2 as well, so there's no legendary lords or anything. So if I'm a dumbass and I'm inattentive and not paying attention, I could totally get Manfred von Karstein killed, dead permanently. I'd be tempted to reload the game if I did get him killed, but at the same time, maybe I wouldn't. I like that the possibility exists that I can get all the famous personalities killed whenever I like. I think there's one exception to that, and he's one of the Wood Elf characters over yonder in this direction. That's the big chunk of warpstone there. It's exactly what it is. It's warpstone. I don't know if I've...
Ready to trade.
It's still technically in the fog of war, so I can't mouse over it and get but it's a trade good, basically. It's a trade resource that merchants can use. Warpstone. It's actually fairly valuable, actually. I should have maybe considered the idea of sending this guy to that instead, but now I'm going to have him go after that gold mine. But yeah, it's a trade resource, like gold or iron or silver or you know, lumber or what have you. Not sure if it's the ruins of Mordheim. I'm sure Mordheim's around here somewhere. I don't want to go toggle Fog of War off because it would be cheating, but I reckon Mordheim is around here somewhere. I know Ubersreik is down here somewhere. They put Ubersreik in the game from the Vermintide games, you know. Although maybe Ubersreik was in the lore already before Vermintide. I don't actually know. My knowledge of Warhammer Fantasy lore is a bit dodgy at best, to tell you the truth. I never got into it the way I got into 40k.
In a tide of blood.
Alright, I think we've done all we can do. Let's end turn. This game, this mod has... Oh, hello, Gobbos. This mod has, like, a ridiculous number of turns per year as well, by the way. Like, I don't think any of your characters will die of old age in this mod. I can't remember what the exact number is, but it's huge. Ubersreik is from Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2nd Edition. Well, well, well. Every day's a school day, gentlemen. But yes, it's in the mod. Right. Trait increase. Istvan Korn Karstein. Mean leader. +1 dread. Right, we got our priest and our spy ready. And the Ogre Kingdoms are at war with the Chaos Dwarves. This mod has had Chaos Dwarves in it for so friggin' long, and they only just got around to adding them to Total War Warhammer 3. It's kind of funny to me, actually. There's our spy. Right, what do we got then? We got Siegfried Hoff here. General Elberhard with a little Stirland army. Their little Empire units. Peter von Stolper. He's got Great Sword's bodyguard.
We don't trust you enough to do business.
It's hammer time.
It's hammer time. Oh, man.
Overwhelms me.
Chaos Dwarves always get the short end of the stick on tabletop as well, so yeah, that's true, to be fair.
You pillock! Bugger off! They calls me Thunder Mountain. You git!
Ah, goblins. How's the audio level, by the way, guys? I hope you can hear all the silly voice acting. It's a little quiet in places, I know.
They are merely sustenance, no more.
Audio's fine. Okay. Should we go fight General Elberhard if we can get all the way over there without him retreating? He probably bloody will, though, won't he? Oh no! He's actually going to fight us. Okie dokie then. Attempt a night attack. Let's do this. Let's get spooky, ladies and gentlemen. Is this sufficiently spooky for Halloween? Who cares? Goblin farts. Your argument is invalid. The goblin has farted. I like that we've got loading screen quotes as well. That's nice. Alright, allow me to just... one moment while I activate 3cam. There we go. Brief glimpse of my desktop there. It's not very professional, I know, but has to be done. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting that some of the Graveguard have voices and some of them just have inarticulate screaming. Oh god. Yeah, the Vampire Counts units have spooky voices that are a little bit loud. Right, let's see. We've got Skeleton Warriors. And spears. Stick them out in front. Swords guys behind. We've got these little huntsmen. We've got both Graveguard bodyguards. And then we've got the Black Knights. They do look quite cool, these guys, I have to admit. All the units in this mod look really actually kind of stunning. I think a lot of them might have been imported from like, what was it called? Mark of Chaos. But they do still look rather magnificent. I don't remember if Mark of Chaos even had any Vampire Council units in it, though, to be fair, so... To be honest, though, the Medieval 2 modding community is so damn talented, it wouldn't surprise me if some of this was made from scratch. Alright. To battle! Where are those dastardly Empire guys set up? Where are they at? They're up here on this little hill, are they? Here they are. The army of Stirland. Nice colour scheme, Stirland, actually. They got the banners and everything. I love it. Very nice. Where are the greatsword guys? Where them greatswords at? Got some halberdiers. Actually, where the hell are the greatswords at? Where's their general? Got some spear guys. That can't be that whole army. They should have a general. Oh wait, hang on a minute. No, I think this might be a. Yeah, this is just a captain stack, isn't it? This doesn't have a general in it, so no greatswords for us to worry about. Right, cool. No worries. All right, my minions. Time for us to move. Yeah, this is a mod for Medieval 2. It's called Call of Warhammer: Beginning of the End Times. It's great, man. I highly recommend it. I love the little arrows sticking through their heads. Where my actual vampire dudes at? There's one of them. I like the Elizabethan ruff. That's nice. A nice touch. Are they both the same? Yeah, they are. The Graveguard look fantastic, don't they? Especially this guy up at the front here with the huge winged helmet. It reminds me a lot of Mark of Chaos, honestly, which is another really rather good Warhammer Fantasy strategy game. They're definitely going for the Mark of Chaos vibe with this mod, and I just, like I said, it tickles the nostalgia in a way that official Total War Warhammer kind of doesn't for some reason for me. This makes me think back fondly of, like, reading old White Dwarf battle reports and things, It reminds me a lot of the tabletop game in a way that, for some reason, Total War Warhammer 3 doesn't. But I will not make this a stream about which is all about me bitching about Total War Warhammer. I refuse. I must stop it. Bad. Bad, Dave. Stop it. Stop whining. Be positive. You git? This feels very 6th Ed Warhammer Fantasy Battles, yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt that, like I said, the unit cards have the actual army book artwork on them for the different units, which I think is just magnificent. I'm pretty sure that's true for the Empire guys as well. If I just... Oh, we've not identified them yet. They're just... We need to get a bit closer first before I can look at their unit stats, but yeah. Also, I love how fucking huge the battles are, and also how big the battlefields are. That's all just Medieval 2 being amazing, of course. You know, we don't have like funky pre-made battlefields either. You know, so we're not going to end up fighting on the same battlefield every time we fight an enemy in the same province. You know, we're always going to get a unique battlefield. And sure, I guess it doesn't look as visually impressive. There aren't gigantic, huge mountains and bats flying around and, you know, whatever. But, you know, on the other hand, it's a unique battlefield with its own little terrain features that we can actually take advantage of. And again, to me, that feels very, very much in the vein of the tabletop game. This farm being in the way is actually kind of irritating, you know. As is the fog, although it's just adding to the spooky atmosphere, so I can live with it. Honestly, the fog's kind of cool. I like it. Let's move you all up this way. However, the Black Knights, we're gonna shift you over here on this side. Hop to it. Little skeleton horsies. Off you go. They can gallop for ages as well, by the way, because the undead units have extremely good stamina. They're unbreakable, they can't hide, and they have ridiculously good stamina because they're undead. And an upkeep cost of 10 as well for those skeleton warriors. A whole 10. Oh, they're shooting at us, by jingo. Alright, let's go harass them with our cavalry a bit, shall we? I'll run out of breath when you don't have lungs. True dat, my friend. Alright, little Stirland River Patrol. You're about to get Black Knighted in the face. Although we may want to move before the damn halberdiers get here. Oh, by the way, also because our armies are undead, we'll get tons and tons of casualties healed after the battle's over. Right, everybody needs to run because we've provoked them now. They want to come and kill us. Loose formation, please. Can you even do loose formation in Warhammer, Total War Warhammer? I'm not sure if you can. Again, I don't want to bitch about Total War Warhammer, that's not the point. Huntsmen are shooting these guys, nice. Let's get these skeletons running around this flank. Well, you know what? We'll run these guys up through the middle there. I wouldn't want to be these Stirlanders right now, I've got to say. Not having a fun time. Oh, right, speaking of not having a fun time, look at me playing Medieval 2 and not paying attention to my cavalry. What else is new, huh? Are some of them already routing? No, they're just falling back, okay. Okay, Kniggets, back in you go. These guys are routing. Whoopsie daisy. This guy's a shaker, and I think one more charge will probably do it for them. Wavering broken, yes. Right, let's see, what are we working with here? Don't bother chasing them. We can send the knights to go chase them down, if necessary. You boys getting surrounded? Yep, now you're just running away. Going to be turned into fresh corpses, my friends.
We are being attacked.
I believe that was the enemy general. Yes, it was. General Elbahart. He's dead. He is quite dead. Now we just need to deal with those damnable archers. Oh, we managed to catch a bunch of spearmen in the process. We've got hordes of undead chasing after them. That looks pretty cool, I gotta say. It's like some of the old Warhammer Fantasy artwork come to life, that, seeing all these skeletons running along like this. Grand. Fantastic stuff. Ah yes, trying to charge into a unit that's actually actively running away from you. It's weirdly difficult in Medieval 2. Never quite figured out why that is, but hey. Stubborn Empire guys are just refusing to break and run, even though they've completely lost the battle. Give it up, boys. You've had it. There we go, finally. Have we... We've killed 89%, 90% enemies. I think that's enough to stack wipe them, isn't it? If you get above, like, 90%. So, I think we'll just call it there. Troops lost 285. And if we look at casualties healed, loads of casualties healed. The wonderful thing about being vampire counts, I guess. And also, obviously, it's all cheap cannon fodder all the way down as well, which is nice. Did any of our Black Knights get casualties healed? Yeah, they did. 20 of them. I mean, we sustained 28 casualties, and only 8 of them ended up being irrecoverable in the end. So, digging this music. I could be... Oh, is this from... What's it called? Castlevania? Is that what it's from? That's hilarious. Kind of works, though. I like that that's the Vampire Count's victory theme. That's good. Right. Release, ransom, execute. Execute them, I think.
There is not the strength in this world to defeat me.
Very good. Very poor relations with Stirland. Oh dear. How sad. Never mind.
These mortals.
What other settlements does Stirland have? Minor faction! Halflings! Oh my god, they have halflings in this mod. I love it. There's the Stirland capital. The Moot! Actual halflings! Limping groups fighting cocks, ladies and gentlemen. Halfling hot pot as well. Oh my god. Oh, mate. I'm so happy.
No hurry, there's just a battle to win.
Wolfgang Blittersdorf. Hello there. I'm not sure you're going to arrive in time to do anything about this, my friend, but you can certainly give it a go. Where's that priest I ordered? There he is. Zygmunt Weinmuth. Oh yeah, look at this. It's already immediately gone down to like 44% necromancy. Wonder why that is. Well, we've got priests to fix that, I guess.
They are merely sustenance, no more.
Right. Okay, we're going to go into the negative next turn, but it will be fixed so very quickly once we take Siegfriedhof. And let us also not forget, over here we're besieging Paravon.
The thirst overwhelms me.
However, peasant bowmen, these are all Bretonnian style units, aren't they? Swordsmen at arms, spearmen at arms, halberdmen at arms. I don't know if I fancy my chances with this stack versus this, so I'm going to besiege them a bit longer, I think. No rush over there. We've got Wissenland over here.
Victory or death!
Who else are we at war with? We're at war with Stirland and Middenland and the Tomb Kings, as well as the minor factions. Well, I'm going to go ahead and assume we don't need to deal with the Tomb Kings for a while yet. Fighting halfling should only give you 50% healing after battle, as it takes 2 halfling corpses to make a proper sized skeleton. Yeah. 2 halfling skeletons in a trench coat. Okay. Weird how that recruitment report doesn't grey out when it's clicked on. It's irritating. Anyway. Is Araby in this game? Yeah, they are. They are. Down here, Araby is in the game. It's all here. All minor factions and stuff down here, and then you've got the actual Tomb Kings over here. I guess that's the Black Pyramid over there. What else you got? There's other landmark stuff as well. You got the Chaos Wastes up here as well. So, that's where Slanesh hang out. That pink bit over there, if I recall. And then like Nurgle, I think, is around here somewhere, and Tzeentch is in here somewhere as well. Then you got all this down here. Turn the fog off while we play tourist. If you really want to, sure. Alright, fine. If you want to actually, you want to take the tour. What do we got down? Is this Ogre Kingdoms? It is.
Time is wasting. You are but one of many to fall this day.
And those are, what are those? Oh, it's a Chaos Dwarf town. The Great Hall of Greece has been taken over by Chaos Dwarves. That's embarrassing. Tower of Gorgoth. What do we got up here? Chaos Dwarves. The actual Chaos Dwarf faction is... No, this is Kislev.
Let's leave each other be. Yes?
This is Kislev. Where are the actual Chaos Dwarves? They're over here, right? Yeah. Oh, no, this is them. Okay.
Nagron's finest labor.
I was getting them confused with the minor factions banner logo.
The mighty shall rule.
Hashat be praised.
Alright, and then you go up here and you've got Khorne.
Blood for the blood god.
Yes, blood for the blood god indeed.
The enemy is weak.
And then we've got there's Zinch up here. When it's not all snowy, like there's some cool map textures down here actually. You got Slanesh over yonder here.
We shall be as kings. Destroy and dominate.
Reynold the Perverse, I love it. Reynold the Magnificent. And you got Nurgle.
I am touched by the pox of Nurgle.
Putrid Hill. Very nice.
Our tribe is the strongest.
You got Chaos Undivided as well. They control a whole bunch of bits all over the map.
Ours is a strong alliance.
So like Norsca and stuff up there. You've got I think they might have some other places dotted about as well. I'm not sure though. You got Ulthuan and whatnot. I think is that what this place is called? This big bit where the High Elves hang out. You got the Dark Elves as well.
To the Witch King. For centuries, we have nursed our hatred.
Lovely strat map models as well. Very nice.
Our hate knows no bounds.
You got Lizardmen all the way down here as well in Lustria.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, not a lot of voice lines for you guys. Alright, I get the point. You go all the way down here. You got the Tomb Kings. Hanging out in Totally Not Egypt.
I grow weary of you. Pitiful.
We got some Greenskins. It's a minor faction.
Rip your sogging arms off.
Minor faction Greenskins. You got the actual Greenskins up here, the Orcs and Goblins.
We's the best. Green is mean.
Who's this?
What's that?
It's a shaman.
The power of the gods is with me.
You got an Orc Teeth Dealer.
You pillock!
We's the best.
Orcs and stuff. You got the Wood Elves over here. I want to click on some Wood Elves. I want some voice acting. There aren't any to click on. It's very annoying. Or in their towns, damn them. This is this guy. Who's this? Azrai Trader. He doesn't have anything to say. Shame.
Was that your best shot?
He's rather well spoken for a beast man.
I have nothing to say to you.
Fair enough.
Scum.
Some Bretonians.
Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous
He
français?
just uses the default game French voice acting, which to be honest with you makes sense.
Parlez-vous français?
Very cool. And then you got all the Empire stuff over here.
No hurry, there's just a battle to win.
They do have some unique voice acting, I think, from one of the other games.
The Emperor rewards the bravest.
Are you brave enough to face me alone?
I like that all the little Empire factions are playable as well, by the way.
Small minds are easily.
You aren't just stuck with Reichland in this mod, you can play as all of them. So if you want to play as Boris over in Middenland, you can totally do
I
that.
wish I had a steam tank. The Emperor rewards the bravest.
Nordland up there. I don't know if they're actually playable though, Nordland. You've got Marienburg over here. They're represented as a minor faction. Place. Ostland.
Fight for the Empire.
Who are these guys? Ostermark.
Fight with pride! Fight with courage! The Empire will prevail!
And then you've got... Who's this tiny faction in the middle here? Oh, this is the Dogs of War, right? Down here somewhere. Where's they out? Where? Oh, is this them here? Dogs of War, yeah.
I have not been sent here to speak.
They are. I wish I could see their units, but some people who used to play the tabletop game back in the day will remember the Dogs of War. Morgan Bearhart's bodyguard. Ooh, he's got a unique unit. Sweet. Mercenaries form the core of the army known as the Grudgebringers. They are skilled in combat and ride into battle on mighty war horses. I'm sure big Warhammer Fantasy fans will find lots of little Easter eggs and things to poke through with this. But Dogs of War in this mod are essentially like the Border Princes, but they're actually like a playable faction that has its own units and stuff. So that's pretty neat. Oh, we got the Skaven, of course.
Much warpstone will be mine. Horned rat be praised.
Festa Spike. Where's Skaven Blight? Is it over here? Yeah, there it is.
We serve the horned rat. Much warpstone will be mine.
What else is there? I think I've covered most of it, really, haven't I? You show the west coast of Bretonnia. Want to see Mousselon? Okay. Where's Moon? There it is. Oh yeah, and they actually what's his name? The Red Duke, the guy who hangs out here, the vampire dude. He's actually in the game. I believe. Like, I could probably, if I had the money, I could send a diplomat all the way over here and try and bribe Mousselon, and then I'd actually get him as a unit, which would be pretty sick. So yeah, he's here with a bunch of undead units and stuff, I think.
Let go of me, chopper.
Where should he be then? Yeah, good question. I don't fucking know because I'm not a Warhammer Fantasy guy, so I don't know. I just know the Red Duke's in here somewhere. Right, now then, what were we doing before we went on that little tour of the map?
There is not the strength in this world to defeat me.
I believe we're about to end the turn, I think. Hello, Scarbungo. Scarbungo Squigbelly. The end turn times in this mod are pretty reasonable as well as Medieval 2 mods go. You know, the end turn times in this are actually not bad, which is nice. Oh, what are the dwarves up to? Oh, I didn't look at the dwarves, did I? That's the one thing I missed. Oh, hello. Are they going to sally forth? No, they're not. Okay. New mission, take rebel settlement. They want us to take Essen. Oh, okay. I'll get around to it, probably, maybe. Right, the Ogre Kingdoms have a new homeland. I wonder if the Ogre Kingdoms must start off as a horde, I suppose. Which I guess could make them quite fun, because then you can just wander off to whatever part of the map you feel like, you know, starting your Ogre Kingdom shenanigans at. Which would be kind of fun. Alright.
No hurry, there's just a battle to win.
Okay, Wolfgang. I think I'm going to murder you horribly. Milado. There's Vertbad. There's Prince Henry. There's that Warpstone. Maybe that is Mord. There it is! It's Mordheim, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why there's a Warpstone trade node there. Whoever it was it said they thought it was the ruins of Mordheim, you were correct! Mordheim is there. You know, I always had a lot more of an interest in playing Mordheim than actual Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Mordheim looks like it was a ton of fun. I need to find a group of people to play it with. I know a very good friend of mine is absolutely crazy about Mordheim, but he lives halfway across the country, so I'm never able to play with him. Alright, you guys. I'm gonna fight you.
Their deaths will be a pleasure to me.
And I'm going to make it a night battle, so that you don't get your reinforcements. Although, actually, I'd prefer it if you did, even though it's going to be during the daytime. Because then I can just wipe you all out in one fell swoop. Let's save before we do it. But actually, I'm going to fight during the day just so I can deal with both of you at once. For almost everyone you know who likes Warhammer Fantasy Battle says the same thing. Yeah. Mordheim's pretty great. Okay. Start deployment. Well, even though it's the day, it still looks appropriately moody, doesn't it? It's a great big ass castle up on a hill there. Has it got like a custom model or custom textures or what? Oh no, that looks custom to me. That is definitely not vanilla Medieval 2 right that right there. I don't know if it's just the textures or if it's a new model as well, but that looks very Warhammery. I mean, look at the skulls. I wonder if they've done it for all the little buildings too. Because these definitely look different to vanilla. Are those chickens? Can I hear chickens right now? I can hear chickens. Those are chickens. We've got some little ruins over here as well. There's a windmill. Oh, it's got a little cross in the middle of it as well. Very nice. I think these might be vanilla buildings that have just been retextured, but I love that they went to the effort to retexture the vanilla buildings, even though the vanilla buildings look suitably medieval anyway. They were like, no, fuck it, we're going the extra mile. We're going to make everything look as Warhammery as we can. Okay, how are we going to do this then? Skeleton spears out in the front. Skeleton warriors. Let's get some warriors on the flanks, just to make that initial flanking easier. We'll put the Black Knights out here on the left-hand side. I'll put the Graveguard in the middle there, so they can run in and help if they need to. Put the old Huntsman at the back. That'll do it, I think. Even this battle just kind of looks like a Warhammer Fantasy Battle tabletop with all the terrain and everything. It reminds me of the dioramas in Warhammer World in the gallery, with the little castle in the background and the roads and stuff, the little buildings, the little trees and everything. It feels very much reminds me of that kind of stuff. Right, where are the enemy reinforcements coming in from? There, all the way over there somewhere, I think. Yeah. See if we can get up there and overwhelm these boys. Funny thing is, my army's remarkably well camouflaged. It's kind of difficult to see them at a glance. Let's group you up. Have you run off in this direction. And I do mean run. You've got loads of stamina because you're undead, so let's make use of it. Oh, it's raining as well, just to add into the bargain. And I love this mod. I'm going to be playing a lot of this, I think. Oh god, they're shooting at us. It just has so much flavour. I was worried that it was going to feel a bit meh because it's just a mod for Medieval 2, but actually no, this is just oozing that whole old Warhammer Fantasy vibe, this mod. It's lovely. Go on, my black Knigets. Squish those puny archers. Oh, look at them die. I love it. Are the archers chasing you now? They are. That's hilarious. You guys gonna pull off this charge? Oh, not, you're not now because they're running away. But if I charge the unit that's stationary, Beautiful. Oh, they're running over in this direction now. Alright. Fall back. This feels like a larger scale version of Mark of Chaos. It does, doesn't it? It does. I suppose a lot of that might come down to the fact that I think probably a lot of the units are taken from Mark of Chaos. I could be wrong, though. These could all be made from scratch and they just look extremely similar, but... yeah, it reminds me a ton of Mark of Chaos, and that is a good thing, by the way, because Mark of Chaos was a wonderful game. It's available on GOG these days if you really want to play it. And I do recommend it, actually. It's quite good. Okay, we seem to have... things are getting a little messy here, but it's okay. Kill the living. Do love a good cavalry charge. Oh, I think somebody's generals just died. Yep, they have. Wolfgang is dead. Somewhere in the midst of all that, his great swords got overwhelmed and surrounded, I think. Well, there's the Grave Guard doing their thing. Looking magnificent. Grave Guard have always been one of my favourite Warhammer Fantasy units. They just look cool. Who doesn't love a bunch of skeletons in armour? You know? They're great. They're very, very, very nice. I was, you know, this year's, one of this year's Age of Sigmar Big Battle Force box sets is a Vampire Counts one. And I'm telling you, man, those skeletons are calling to me. I don't know when I'll ever find the time to actually, you know, build and do anything with them, because I've still got my box sets from last year that haven't been built yet, but I do like some skeletons. Okay, I need you guys to move up this way. Still a battle to actually be fought in this neck of the woods over here. Where are my Black Knights at? You can chase down the remaining... Are those great swords? Yeah. Now Wolfgang's dead, the rest of his bodyguard's just legging it. They do, of course, look quite cool. Are those Stir River... Yeah, those are archers, right. Got a new job for the old knights, actually, to run down those archers. There go the Black Knights. Kill those archers. Kill them. The battle length in this mod is really nice as well. I can, you know, it's not too long. Units don't, you know, resist breaking for longer than they really should, but at the same time, it's plenty long enough for me to sit here and enjoy the spectacle a bit, which is something I obviously really enjoy in Total War. I love the little coffin lid with RIP on it, by the way. Could have had at least 2 Total War Warhammer battles by now. Yeah, admittedly. Oh, there goes another one. Peter von Stolper. The Black Knights just doing their thing. These archers are stubbornly continuing to shoot. Most annoying. Huntsmen are getting some shots in on him at least. It could be just my imagination as well, by the way, but I feel like cavalry charges are way more reliable in this mod than they are in the vanilla game. I don't know what could be giving me that impression. I may just be imagining it, but I feel like... Yeah, see, there you go. Instantly charge. I feel like for some reason they're way more reliable in this mod. I'm enjoying that. I gotta tell you, this is good fun. I was gonna say I should probably really give Total War Warhammer 3 a go with the SFO mod, but I'm kind of enjoying this a little too much, honestly. I've gotten into this. How do I? What have I done? There we go. There we go. How do you get into that view again? It's insert, isn't it? Yeah. It's handy for future reference. Oh, we've won. Jolly good. Uh-oh. Have I broken free cam slightly? I think I have. My panning around button doesn't work anymore. I might have to restart free cam, but it's okay. We'll manage for now. How many have we killed? 84%. I want to make that 90%. I think it'll be a stack wipe if we do that. You played the first Total War Warhammer, but this to you feels a lot more like a Total War Warhammer Fantasy Battle should. I will take your word for it, not being a huge Fantasy Battle guy myself, beyond, you know, I played some of the old video games and I read a lot of the White Dwarf battle reports. But I feel like I agree. This reminds me a lot of what I remember of the old tabletop game. Whereas Total War Warhammer is very much a video game first and a tabletop analogy second, I guess. You know, it's very fast paced. It feels a lot more like you're playing something like StarCraft a lot of the time. Anyway, I think we're done here. Okay. It's hilarious that we've got Castlevania music as our victory theme, but hey. Casualties healed, bucket loads, very nice. I suppose the one thing, though, one noticeable thing that's missing from this so far that is in TWW age, whatever abbreviation we want to use, is no flying units. I don't have any bats. I have to. I don't know if there even are any flying units in this mod. I should probably like look at the unit rosters at some point. Brilliant. Yeah, we stack wiped them. Siegfriedhof is ours. Occupy Sacred Stone. It will just occupy. The population does not appear to be very happy. Mostly because of religious unrest. Yeah. Hi, Priesty boys. Get out there and haunt the countryside for me a bit, will you? Right, we might have a few riots on our hands here, unfortunately, but it's alright, we'll make it work. Our economy's now fixed as a result of taking that place, so... Hello, Swain Heldauer.
Come on, lad, let's make a deal. Come on, lad, let's make a deal.
He's a dwarf merchant. You're off to Mordheim to look for Warpstone, me old mate, perhaps. Perchance, maybe.
On my way.
Oh, hello, what's this? Night Goblins, okay.
Yes, my lord.
You going this way?
Up a trade route.
Is this vampire? Oh, what trade resource is this? I'm not sure what it is. It's worth 47 golds per turn, well, crowns per turn, but I have a feeling this gold's going to be worth more, so. Evening, Prince Agor, how you doing? Oh, yes, there's a goblin peddler there as well. I almost didn't notice you there, you sneaky night gobbo. You keep spying on what's left of Stirland. These notifications that don't grey out when you click on them are driving me nuts. And then we need to think about heading this way. Just got done with schoolwork, so it's Gucci. Nice, man. Welcome to the stream. Our spooky, vaguely Halloween-y-ish Total War mod showcase stream with Call of Warhammer, the Medieval 2 Warhammer Fantasy battle mod. That is honestly so good. I'm having a ton of fun playing this evening. Where's Squig Belly off to? He's off to Mordheim apparently. Yeah, he wants that. He wants that warp stone. Prince Henry on his way to Vertbad. Now he's wandering about a bit. He's doing the classic Medieval 2 thing and wandering around with a very tiny army. Instead of getting a big stack together. The dwarfs are off to get some warp stone as well. The fact that this mod has Dogs of War in it, I think to me really just tells you all you need to know about how passionate the people were behind it. About and how much they absolutely adore the setting. Because Dogs of War is kind of weirdly obscure. Yeah, Siegfried Hoff is rioting. The puny mortals are rioting. How dare they? Was that Midland? Yeah, Midland don't like us very much right now either. It looks like they've calmed down for now. For the moment. Need to repair these stables though. Unfortunately, we don't have the money for it at the moment. I think only some of our army is actually free upkeep at the moment because it's not like a vampire count settlement, so we're not getting the totally free upkeep for all of the undead, which is draining my coffers a little bit. But we could probably fix that by just taking Paravon. But I don't know how this little stack here with their zombies and their skeletons is going to fare in a siege against a stack of Bretonnians. Like, not great, but not terrible Bretonnians. Attack 6, defense 12. Attack 7, defense 12. Like, they definitely outperform our skellies. And they sure as hell outperform our zombies. Lovely artwork, though. I'm not sure to what extent Dieter and his Graveguard can really carry that. You know? She's got the Bowman, the missile attack 6, which is pretty darn good. Roland de Pavavon. He seems to have like a vaguely Beastman looking portrait, which is interesting, but he actually has Knights of the Realm. So I think I'm gonna continue waiting that siege out, honestly. For the moment. Can we recruit anything at the old Bloodkeep here? We can recruit some zombies. Or another priest. Priest might not be a terrible idea, actually. Especially since I have to imagine the local religion here is not very high when it comes to necromancy. So yeah, 18 necromancy is not great. Alright, fine, we'll recruit a priest. I see you hanging around there, Vissenland. Don't even try it, mate. You're not going to be able to take Bloodkeep with that puny force. Alright, see you, Rick. Have a good one, man. What time is it? Oh my god, it's already gone 10 past 8. Alright, you know what? We're going to have a special, slightly extended edition stream today. We're going to stream a little bit longer, because I am having too much fun. Aha, there we go. Finally found that gold. Oh, except someone else seems to have already found it. The clocks went back. Oh, yes. Right. That explains a lot. Does that mean I started streaming an hour earlier than I should have? Or has it just been less time than I thought? Alright, let's fix that. A fucking analog watch user, man. I'm old school. There we go. See? Look.
Ready to
How much are we getting from this? 46 gold crowns. It's not as much as I thought we'd get, to be honest with you. In fact, this trade resource is worth more.
Yes, I shall trade this resource.
So whatever. Yeah, give me that money. Give me that money, little merchant man. You're there, merchant man. Make me money. What else can we recruit? Oh, this is the thing as well. You can recruit a certain number of Empire units as the vampire counts as well when you take over their territory. As sort of like auxiliaries, so we can actually recruit some Empire spearmen if we want to. Which is handy. They are 130 upkeep though, instead of, 15. So, to what extent it's actually worth getting these units, I'm not sure with our economy. The Week of Confusion, yeah. Well, the good news is we've got plenty more to play then this evening. Yes, I'm playing Vampire Counts right now, not the Empire. For the spooky season, indeed, yes. I don't personally. I don't really tend to observe Halloween as a holiday myself. I'm not an observer of Halloween. I don't have Halloween decorations up. I have no plans for Halloween itself, but it's like wishing Jewish people happy Hanukkah when you're not Jewish yourself. It's probably polite to do, So I figured I'd give Halloween a bit of lip service this year and do something vaguely spooky for this stream. I almost did Stalker instead, but I decided against it. I still haven't totally decided what we're going to do on Sundays normally. This is a bit of a stopgap stream while I continue to think about what I'm going to actually do on Sundays, but hey. What should we do in the meantime? Well, we've got Siegfriedhof locked down. I guess I could gather some troops together up here and go march off in this direction. Also, can I hire another spy? Because another spy would be really handy. Yeah, let's do that. For the meantime. There's a fair chunk of houses out there with Halloween decorations in my neck of the woods, so I think these days though the trick-or-treating is not as obnoxious as it used to be. These days I think they generally tend to only go to houses where they've actually got decorations out. So also the decorations these days, by the way, they seem a lot more extra than I remember them being as a kid. Summer Fairground. The annual Summer Fair has begun. Merchants, traders from all over the old world have come to hawk their wares. Trade income increased. Oh, sweet! Because when I was a kid, it was all just sort of like, like Halloween was like, oh, spooky, vaguely folkloric, it's like devils and witches and spooky ghosts and pumpkins. Nowadays, though, you go walking around here, you see people's Halloween decorations, it's all horror movie stuff. Everyone's got police tape stuck on their doors. There's one house down the road that they've got "Help Me" written in fake blood on the inside of the windows. At least I hope it's fake blood. There's another house they've got a fake body bag on the lawn out in front. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Halloween's gotten a lot more hardcore than it was when I was a kid. There's Essen. We actually have a mission to take Essen. 13 turns remaining. Okay, yeah, you're a. He doesn't look like a vampire count, but I guess he is because he's got lots of undead. Could send Prince Marcus off to do that. How are you as an actual governor, Manfred? Okay, it's funny to me the idea of Manfred being chivalrous or honourable, but hey, expert necromancy. Actually, maybe that guy up there in Essen is a necromancer rather than a vampire. Now I think about it. Well, I wonder what bodyguard Manfred has. Now that I think about it.
There is not the strength in this world to defeat me.
Here's a cool custom model for the campaign map.
Cannot harm me. These
Black Knight bodyguards. Oh, okay. I was wondering if he had maybe Blood Knights or something, but no. Doesn't look like it.
Lead me to my victims.
Prince Marcus, you can go to Drakenhof and manage that place. There you go. I suppose I could crank taxes up in a few places, couldn't I, to make a little bit of extra dosh? Well, not in the castle anyway. Templehof, though. There we go. That's a bit of extra cash.
For centuries I have hunted.
Alright, Manfred, let's scoop off a few more units, shall we?
Ancient I am, but decrepit I am not. You are blessed with my aid. These mortals shall die soon enough.
Is there like any kind of limit on how many priests you can build? Because it feels like there almost isn't. Oh, okay, no, there is an agent limit on spies at least. Skeleton warrior, skeleton spears, empire spear. They're just too expensive to upkeep for us at the moment, I think. Though it is tempting to get a unit of them.
In a tide of blood. I shall slake my thirst.
Can raise some zombies as well, matey. There's over there to join you as well. Get a full stack ready and then we can go take Essen with it. Were these Black Knights already 1 gold chevron? They are. Fucking sweet. Attack 11, defense 16, 8 charge bonus. Hell yeah. Where's that? There he is. Graf Alberich. I was wondering where he ran off to. Alright, let's do another little save, because we need to do this probably quite frequently. You never know when you're going to get bugs or crashes. It is Medieval 2 at the end of the day, and it is a pretty huge mod as well on top of that. This is a funny looking Warhammer Total War. I know, right? This is if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing today. Sorry, bumped the microphone like a champ. We're playing Call of Warhammer, Beginning of the End Times, which is a absolutely marvelous Warhammer Fantasy mod for Medieval 2, which I'm going to go ahead and say it in many ways, honestly, is better than the actual official Total War Warhammer. I'm enjoying this immensely today. I'm having a grand time playing this. As folks have pointed out, it feels very much like if you ever played Mark of Chaos back in the day, this game feels very much like a big, expanded, larger scale Mark of Chaos.
I shall sweep them aside in a tide of blood. I shall slake
Can you raise any more stuff? There we go. Perfect, full stack. Essen?
their blood
Get
shall
wrecked.
flow in my throat. Their petty charms will not keep me out.
Right. Our economy is still just about staying afloat,
More powerful.
which is good. Oh, hello, Joseph Feuerbach of Talabek land. Again, love the artwork for the units. All taken straight from the actual tabletop game rulebooks, if I recall.
Mortals cannot harm.
2 more turns until this place surrenders. Oh, they've taken a lot of attrition now. Lots of attrition. I think I'm willing to give it a go, give it a bash now, actually.
I shall drink them dry.
Although, admittedly, I feel like I probably should have built a bit more siege equipment than this, so maybe we'll wait another turn. There we go. Build another 3 siege towers and then give it a go. If they don't sally forth or whatever first. Vissenland keeps hanging around like a bad smell over there. I'm not sure I appreciate that, boys, but okay. We still converting this to necromancy? We are. Good. Train me another priest, actually, while we're at it. Apparently we can't have enough of those. We're getting through the turns at a good clip here, actually. We're already on nearly turn 8. There's a sort of simplicity to this mod. It doesn't have a lot of like funny scripted features and stuff like, say, Sardom's does. It's a very basic, but elegantly basic mod, in a lot of ways, in terms of the way it actually plays on the campaign map. It works rather well. Horslieb shines. The dead are restless. Does that mean I can recruit more dead dudes than normal? This year the harvest has been normal. There's me priest. There you are. Come and join the party. This is 20% necromancy. They've probably got a priest around here still somewhere causing issues, I imagine. I don't know where that priest has wandered off to, but he's here somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, hello, Reichland army. What are you doing here? Sorry, I beat you to it. Get wrecked. I'm taking this place. Nothing you can do about it.
My thirst will soon be quenched.
Night attack, of course.
Their blood shall flow in my throat.
Get a command bonus if we fight at night, or rather you actually get a command debuff if you fight during the day as the vampires. And of course, this is based on the Medieval 2 engine, so we'll get those lovely Medieval 2 siege battles, which is obviously quite nice as well. And yes, indeed, free cam is a bit broken. I need to restart it. Hold on. Welcome back to the desktop, ladies and gentlemen. I know your immersion has now been ruined. I apologize for that. Okay. It is very dark, isn't it? My god. Oh, check out the moons! That's great. I love it. Okay. Zombies! You are on battering ram duty.
We're watching you.
Neferig, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Alright. Okay, move you guys right up there. Ladders over yonder as well. Ladders over there as well, I think. There's more zombies. Here they are. And then Graveguard at the back there. Oopsie daisy. Didn't mean to go through the floor there. What do the zombies look like? We haven't seen them yet. Up close. They look like zombies. Very good. Alright, let's get this underway. Ooh, fire arrows, very nice. I wonder how many of these towers they're actually going to set on fire. Let's have at it. In retrospect, definitely a good thing I built more siege towers, I think. Yeah, these are all Bretonian style units, aren't they? They are kind of in Bretonia right now, I guess. Peasant bowmen. I like that there are custom models for them as well. Like, they could have just easily used vanilla units for the Bretonia, but they didn't. Their shields and coffin lids. Yeah. I don't remember what the actual old skeleton model, you know, the skeleton warrior models were like back in the day, but it wouldn't surprise me if they had coffin lid shields on the models as well. Got the arrows sticking through their heads as well, of course. How are the zombies getting on with their battering ram? Slowly. I think that the zombies actually do move really slowly, and that's why it's taking them a while. I never thought of that, but yeah, it kind of makes sense actually. The zombies are just kind of shambling along. Mod seems fun. It bloody is, mate. I've been loving it this evening. I've had a grand time with this. Right, the skellies making their way up the ladders. Yep, very good. The mod definitely has that kind of grimdark Warhammer Fantasy vibe to it, you know. About to get skeletoned. Oh, down goes the flag carrier. The skeletons coming up the ladders here as well. You have to fight these swordsmen at arms. I don't know how well they'll fare actually against the swordsmen, but we'll find out. Oh, battering ram's got the gate open. Halberdiers are going up into the tower. We've got more skellies coming up the ladders here. Well, the Warhammer Fantasy world is not a planet in 40k. Lots of people like to headcanon that, but it's not actually the case. I mean, for one thing, Warhammer Fantasy is older than 40k, so it somehow feels like you're doing Warhammer Fantasy a disservice by implying it's just a tiny part of 40k. But, oh, hello. After them! It used to be the case, though, like back in the olden days of Warhammer lore, that the two universes were mixed through the realm of chaos, like they were linked, because you could use Chaos Marines, for example, in Warhammer Fantasy, in the really, really early editions of it. There's like I have a book on the shelf called Liber Chaotica, which is just full of a lot of the old Chaos lore. And there's like bits like written by Empire scholars who have managed to recover a chainsword from the Chaos Waste, and they're studying it. They're like, what is this strange contraption? But I think at some point along the line they got rid of that. They kind of retconned that. Waving their little weapons above their heads. Little zombies. Go after those halberdmen. Oh, guys, getting involved. You're just standing there. Same goes for you lot. Move, come on, do something. Zombies doing zombie things. Don't you get up there and get involved. Heck, you know what? Come on in, everybody. I think one advantage these guys really have, like their stats are a bit naff. A lot of the undead units here, like these skeletons. But the longer the battle goes on, the more of an advantage I feel like they have because their stamina is so high. Like these guys are still fresh, even after fighting for this long. These guys are only just winded. Whereas I bet a lot of these Bretonnian guys we can't see, but I bet they're like close to exhausted at this point. At which point, you know, eventually our undead units' higher stamina is going to start winning out over their over these guys being exhausted and therefore their stats being worse. So, kind of works out neatly like that. Also, this is a great view right here. If I can make my mouse cursor disappear to take a screenshot, that'd be kind of neat, actually. There we go. Ooh, splat. Oh, put in some routers. This is not a good direction to route, boys. This skeleton here is going on a killing spree. Look at him. Or is he stopping now? Or is he going to come? He's going to have some more. He wants more. Yes, he does. He's going to kill them all. Oh, now he's wandering off. Go on, zombies, lead us to the center. Where... Oh, that's where the knights are, finally. It's a shame we can't dismount them. They look fantastic, though, don't they? Again, they didn't just use vanilla Medieval 2 knights. They actually made proper Bretonnian ones. With the wonderful headgear and everything. I think this is Icewind Dale music that's playing right now. The music from this mod is taken from all over the place. Let's see if we can find another way into the square. Here we go. You guys want to head up this way? You go, skeletons and Graveguard as well. You can pick up the pace, you know. Need some skeleton spearmen. There we go. There you are. Get up here and stab some horsies. I wonder what the stats for these guys are. Attack 11, charge bonus 10, defense 21. Yeah, pretty good actually. Pretty darn good. No, no, no. Come on, spear guys. Rush up to the front, please. I have to babysit the units sometimes in Medieval 2 a little bit. But it works. It was the same in Rome as well. Get stuck in the spearmen. Oh yeah, now the horses are going down. And here come some of our reinforcements. It's the Graveguard, everybody. The era when copyright wasn't something that concerned mod makers. I think the development team for this, at some point, possibly still is Russian. So they extra don't care about copyright. Oh, hello. The knights have turned around to fight us. How dare they? It's just 2 steps from hell. It might be. In which case this mod might be getting muted out the wazoo, to be honest. Eep. I couldn't be bothered to go through the music folder and like manually inspect every song in there, so I mean it works. It works. It feels very, very, very appropriate. I ain't exactly complaining. I like a bit of 2 steps from hell as much as the next guy. And I think I do appreciate the need on the mod maker's part to provide some alternative music to just the Medieval 2 soundtrack, because otherwise it would feel too much like Medieval 2, you know? I think with a total conversion mod like this, especially like a big crazy fantasy one, you've got to really try and create that illusion of you being in a completely other time and place. You know, and eradicate as much of the vanilla game as you can to kind of help with the suspension of disbelief. You know, that's why, for example, Third Age has all the Lord of the Rings music in it, even though it's copyrighted to buggery. So, because you kind of need it. You guys are just warriors, aren't you? You're not spearmen. Yeah. You're zombies. Skeleton spears, here we go. Let's get you going around that way. That's a good old-fashioned medieval 2 big Barney in the town square at the end here. Yeah, these Bretonnian, these Knights of the Realm, they've got some staying power, actually, for cavalry in this game, you know. Unless you actually come after them with spearmen. They don't die very fast, although there goes their general. Roland du Paravent. R.I.P. Well, actually, no. You won't rest in peace at all, because you're getting resurrected, my old mate. You're getting added to the pile of cannon fodder. I'm just glad we didn't lose our general, because he's been in there fighting this entire time. There we go. Obviously, buckets of casualties healed as usual, because that's one of our little advantages, being the undead. Star Wars wouldn't be nearly as popular if it didn't have John Williams' iconic score. I would sign up to that notion. I think they're onto something there with that, because let me tell you this: Conan the Barbarian, that movie, also I don't think would be nearly as popular without the amazing soundtrack it has by Basil Poledouris. Okay, once again, the local population doesn't seem very happy with this, but that's okay. We'll manage. I mean, the Reichland priest here isn't helping matters, admittedly. Although the opposing religions are all very split up here, aren't they? We've got a lot of old world pantheon, we've also got Lady of the Lake. A bit of chaos, a bit of Waha, a bit of pantheonic mandala, whatever the heck that is. And I do have a priest. So, get over there and do what you do, man. Oh, we can actually recruit another one as well while we're at it. Conan the Barbarian is your favourite movie, and the soundtrack is no small part of that. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, especially when you consider how little of the movie actually has dialogue. Like, Conan himself does not do an awful lot of talking in that film, does he? There are a lot of long sequences where it's just the music and the visuals and no real dialogue, and none of it would work if it weren't for that superb soundtrack.
Mortals cannot harm me. Their blood shall flow in my throat. Every night I grow more powerful.
Okay, Siegfried Hoff is finally starting to calm down a bit. Whoopsie daisy, no, I don't want a normal tax rate. Okay, don't know if that's going to work. We'll leave it on low for now. Alright, I think we're good. End turn. To this day, listen to the Oblivion soundtrack while working. No longer play it, but the music stayed with you. Oh, absolutely. I'm the same with it. Sometimes I just boot up the Oblivion soundtrack, or the Skyrim one for that matter. I'm using some custom music for Skyrim in the upcoming Let's Play, but I have been extremely judicious in choosing what tracks I'm going to use. You know, like how you know how I have the custom music in Oblivion, and I have virtually everything but the kitchen sink thrown in there. I've tried to be way more selective with Skyrim. I think at the moment I've got the Morrowind soundtrack in there for the explore tracks. And what else? Like literally like one or two, I think there's 3 tracks from Neverwinter Nights in there as well. And the reason they're in there is because they're obviously very beautiful tracks, but also because them also composed by Jeremy Soule, so they actually sound very similar to the Skyrim soundtrack anyway. And one of them is the explore music from Shadows of Undrentide, specifically when you're in the snowy area at the start of the game. And with the way Skyrim works with its music tracks, I was able to put that specific track to play in the folder in Skyrim that only plays music when you're in a snowy area, so it fits beautifully. I think I also maybe want to put a couple of Icewind Dale soundtracks in there as well, because that was another Jeremy Soule one set in a snowy region of the world, and I think the Icewind Dale music would probably fit into Skyrim really nicely too. No Grand Elemental then. No, not in Skyrim. I thought about it, but it just didn't seem to fit. Alright, where's that priest at? There he is. Okay. I can recruit another one, can I? I can recruit tons of priests. I love it. I hope they're not costing me too much. I bet they're costing me a bundle in wages. See, I'm paying 2,000 in wages right now. Let's see if it goes up when we recruit another one next turn. Because it almost feels like there isn't an upper limit on how many priests you can have. Okay, Paravan is now... They've got an orange smiley face. In vanilla and most mods, that's actually a blue smiley face, but I think in this mod they've changed it to orange instead of blue, so that the colours go green, yellow, orange, red, which actually makes a hell of a lot more sense. We're still scraping by on basically no money. But the wonderful thing about the vampire counts is we can do that, so it's actually fine. Our unit upkeep is like 7 gold for this unit of skeleton warriors, so... Will old champ be in there? Oh, can you imagine? Where would you put old champ? Which folder would you put old champ in? Boss music, maybe? You put it in the boss music folder for dragon fights. Taverns, yeah, you could put it in the tavern folder, I suppose. Yeah. Skyrim's music system is a lot more advanced than the previous games because it has all those different categories. Because whereas in Morrowind and Oblivion. Where Morrowind, it was just explore and combat. In Oblivion, they had explore, combat, town, dungeon. And then in Skyrim, it's like, explore day, explore night. Music for each different region, like Pine Forest, Rift Forest, Tundra, Snow, Mountain. And... like for different types of dungeon as well. They have different music for different types of dungeon you can do. It's really sort of like... Yeah, it's quite complex, actually.
I shall sweep them aside in a tide of blood.
How are you guys doing when it comes to the old necromancy conversion here? You don't seem to be able to get it above 20%, which is weird. I wonder why that is. Oh, there's a Temple of Sigmar here. That won't help. Let's just go ahead and demolish that, shall we? Good grief. There are graveyards here. Right off the bat, so that's handy. Fucking Temple to Sigmar. Yeah, of course. That was naturally going to cause us some issues, I think. I don't suppose there's one here as well, is there? There's vast graveyards. Which is handy. But no Temple of Sigmar here. Jolly good. What's happened to... What on? Wait a minute. What happened to my general? My general that was here is gone. Did he... What happened to... Did he just die? Why? I wasn't paying attention. What the devil?
Ancient I am. The thirst grows within. They are merely
He's just gone.
No more.
Did he die during the battle? He might have died during the battle. I just didn't notice. Never mind. I guess he won't be that missed.
I shall slake my thirst.
He did get directly charged by the Knights of the Realm. There was a the general has died little bit during that battle. I assumed it was the Bretonnian guy that died. Because it was the camera zoomed in and I watched a horse go down. And I assumed therefore it was the Bretonnian guy dying, but maybe it was our man. Which is a bit annoying, but I guess it's my own damn fault for sending him in. The Stirlanders are messing, you know. Our relations with Chaos Undivided are poor, are they? Still stuck at 20% necromancy. Interesting. Do they still have a priest around here somewhere? Hungerwood. Und Heimerwald. Oh, I've got a priest around here. I can't find him. Religion seems a little finicky in this mod. Yeah, maybe there's some important game mechanic I'm missing here. Because I noticed, like, you remember in turn 1, like, it was 80% necromancy in, like, Templehof, and then as soon as we went to turn 2, it dropped down to 40%. There's something strange going on when it comes to that, I think, that I don't totally understand.
Your mother must be so proud.
Okay, profits are looking pretty good.
They're merely sustenance, no more.
Okay, Paragon, we're building that. What else? What else can we do? We can build land clearance over here as well. 35% necromancy. So we're definitely gaining more over here at Paragon. So that's good. Those priests are clearly doing their jobs. Now then, do we want to attack here?
Grows within me. Only I will escape death.
If I attack at night, it seems to make no difference. I think we're both vampires, aren't we? Yes, he's a vampire. AI. He has the AI tag. I don't know what that means. It's probably there for scripting purposes. So he's a night fighter as well, so we're not going to get anything from fighting at night. I think I'm just going to wait this one out. If I have enough turns remaining to do it, I do, yeah. So I'm just going to wait this one out. I don't want to fight another big siege battle like that. Siege battles in Medieval 2 are not particularly exciting, to be honest. And I would auto-resolve it if I was confident I could actually win it, and I'm not, so... You know, the voice is saying command me, but you keep hearing come at me. Come at me, bro. Were you off to conquer the halflings? I think they are. Sterling just bullying the halflings. Casually. I hope they don't, because I'd like to conquer the halflings. I think it'd be hilarious. I want to fight a battle against the little halflings. The fighting cocks, or whatever they're called. Everything good over here still? Looks like it. 35% necromancy. Is it capping out again? I'm not sure. Halfling skeletons are ours! Yes, by right, I claim the halfling skeletons, damn it. mean, that's not actually going to get us anything. Great exchange then? Sure. Right.
There is no protection against justice.
Oh, they've got flagellants. I love it. And Empire crossbowmen. Probably ought to be worried about them. Missile attack 7, yeah, that's pretty good. Flagellants, though. Unbreakable, excellent morale. Can't hide. Not that they'd want to, I suspect. He's got his great swords as well. I'm going to have to do something about you boys. I've taken Siegfriedhof. And Siegfriedhof has largely calmed down now, it feels like. But, still. I don't really feel super confident about moving my troops out just yet. Where are the guys that really need retraining the most? It's like you, isn't it, really? Well, you'll do for this turn.
There is not the strength in this world to defeat me.
Do Undead even take attrition in a siege, I wonder? Because there's 2 turns left until surrender, and it doesn't look like a lot of them are dead. I feel like they probably shouldn't take attrition in a siege, you know. For some reason the local citizenry aren't keen on the whole become a skeleton horde idea. Ungrateful bastards. How dare they? Alright. What are the rankings at the minute, by the way? Orcs and Goblins are top military at the moment, apparently. Skaven are top financial, and our High Elves are top production. They're not doing much, are they, at the moment, Sterland? They're being quite passive, but then again, so are we. Oh, priest number 3, I forgot about you. 35% necromancy. I still can't tell if that's going up. I keep forgetting what the percentage was in the last turn. Still building that land clearance. Get those peasants work in the fields.
No, fool. Send your emissary to me.
Ready to trade.
How much money are you making right now, dude? 47 gold still? Oh, hey, check it out. It's a night goblin settlement, but it is, you know, it's got like a dwarf sort of look about it. I wonder if they, the dwarf settlements in this mod use the dwarf settlements from Third Age. Wouldn't surprise me.
These mortals shall die soon enough.
One more turn. I think they are taking a bit of attrition, actually, but not very much. I think I'll just let that go down. They'll either surrender or they'll sally out and attack us. Either way, it's more fun than trying to assault the walls. Corruption complete first report. Oh. I don't know. I probably should have paid more attention to that. Thanks for pointing it out. I'll keep an eye out for it in case it pops up again later. Maybe there's some sort of corruption mechanic I wasn't aware of. It would make sense, though. Oh, they're going to sally forth. Yes, they are. Gerhardt. Meet Manfred upon the field of battle. Undead Horde versus Undead Horde.
Useless mortal.
Could be your dyslexic brain misreading construction as corruption, though. Alright, yeah. Could be that. Fair enough.
Yes, master.
Alright. There's Manfred. He has a unique model. Looks just like the just looks like the old miniature for him, actually. Oh, and this is a Sally, so the game isn't paused. Everybody drop the siege equipment. Alright, Manny. Let's get you out over here. See what your Black Knights can do to some skeletons and zombies. I wonder what the town looks like during the day and in the snow to boot. Again, I think it's all vanilla models, but they've definitely retextured it a bit. Look, yeah, there's a little like purity seal thing. I don't know what they're called in fantasy, these purity seal things, but they've got one on the wall there. They've definitely made it Warhammery. Look, there's a big skull cross thing. Same goes for the walls, actually. They've retextured those and all. We got like check it out. Got a big winged Aquila thingy over the gate. Neat. There's their general. There he is, Graveguard. Be nice if we could get a general snipe somehow. Gonna be a bit tricky though, I think. Get a charge on these zombies. Proper charge would be nice. No, none of this rubbish. Come on, charge them properly. Get it together, Manfred. You've already lost 2 horses now because you refuse to charge properly. That's better. Cavalry charge into zombies. That's definitely effective. Goodness me. I mean, we're gonna have to kill them all because they're unbreakable, but still. Oh, there's the Graveguard right in the middle there. Oh, what is this staggered charge nonsense? Medieval 2, why are you like this? This is more or less working. Slowly deleting this unit of zombies. This is going to be a long battle, isn't it? Because nobody's running away from this. It's to the undeath. Every skeleton for himself. Unless I could get in there and capture the town square, I suppose. That's one way we could do this. Although I don't know if cavalry can capture town squares in Medieval 2. They can't in most other Total War games, but let's go find out. Off you go, Manfred. Oh, the timer is counting down. Alright then. Manfred, you've got one job, me old mate. Capture that town square. While we keep the horde busy out here. Because you can rationalize it as he's doing some sort of magical thing to make the entire enemy army crumble into dust. There's the grave guard in the middle there. I like how there's blood everywhere in a battle with skeletons versus skeletons. Oh, hello. They're running back to try and secure the town square, aren't they? They're on to me. I don't know if there's much we can do to stop this right now, actually. I'm gonna try and push through the middle. Skeleton warriors are off to put an end to my fun. The rare town centre snipe, yeah. Trying to get these guys to push through. Out the other side, it's hard though. Come on, lads. There you go. Yeah, an awful lot of them do seem to be falling back now. No, this way. We're not going to manage it, there's 2 minutes still to go. On the other hand, maybe you can get a charge off in this square. Oh, no, there's some skellies right in the middle there. Get you to run off down the street there, but... trying to do charges in towns just doesn't work in this game, so... Yeah, I mean, but yeah, good point, Luke. Right? It has kind of worked in a sort of roundabout kind of a way, hasn't it? I have to say the AI in this mod hasn't been too dumb so far either. That's another thing I've noticed when I've been playing this. We haven't had a lot of AI derp moments so far, have we? Love those gates. You know, we've pretty easily won a lot of the time, but it hasn't been because the AI has done anything particularly stupid. It's mostly just because I've outnumbered them by a stupid, you know, huge margin. You want to try a little charge? It's not going to work though, is it? Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, they've shut the bloody gate now. Alright, somebody go get the ram. Why are charges so jank in Total War? They're jank in this game and they're jank in Rome, and it's just because Rome and Medieval 2 had something about their engine has really janky cavalry charges. It's not really a problem in Shogun 1 or Medieval 1, and it's not really a problem in any of the later games either. I mean, you can do cavalry charges in towns in Rome 2 and Attila with no issues whatsoever. It's just Medieval 2 that's a bit precious about it. Do you know what? You have at it, Manfred. You're killing quite a lot of these guys. I'm just worried about Manfred dying because he will die if I'm not careful. It's not like Total War Warhammer where we have legendary lords that respawn. If Manfred dies in this campaign, that's it. He's just gone.
Command me, master.
It's kind of the beauty of the old Total War games, though, that with generals not being immortal. Admittedly. I mean, Third Age is the same, you know. Like, if you want to kill Aragorn, you can just kill Aragorn. It's fine. If you're playing as the Dunedain and you get Aragorn killed, then, well, that sucks for you. In fact, I think if that exact thing happens in Third Age... Oh my god, we managed to charge. Hooray. Oh, that was a beautiful thing to see. Do you see how the heads came popping off and rolled around on the floor? Look at that animation. Isn't that good? Oh, that's marvellous. I've never seen that before. But anyway, yeah. In fact, if you play as the Dunedain in Third Age and Aragorn dies, it completely locks you out from doing the Reunited Kingdom path. You have to settle for simply reforming Arnor, I think. So there's big consequences if you get Aragorn killed in that game. That was just beautiful. You think you'd cobble together something for respawning generals for stuff like the VC, the vampire counts? There actually are respawning generals in this mod. I think Orion for the Wood Elves, he respawns. Unless you take his specific settlement or something. So there actually is at least one respawning general in this mod. They made a conscious choice not to make the others immortal, though. Can we do this again, guys? Do you reckon we can get another charge off? Finish off these skellies? Oh, the gate's open. Well, pile in, everybody. However... Yes! I think if you just make the formation narrow enough and give them enough room, they can actually pull the charge off, it looks like. I do like the Black Knights, they're a cool unit. I'd love to get my hands on some Blood Knights, but that's more of a late game unit, I think. Oh god, they're chasing us. That wasn't part of the plan. What are you doing? Faster, please. What are you... Medieval 2 and its unresponsive pathfinding in units and stuff. Whatever, that's a small gaggle of skeletons, we can take them. Even without the charge. Love the death animations for the skeletons, they are marvellous. They don't have lungs, but they're cheering anyway. 500 odd troops lost, that's fine. Many casualties healed? Yeah, quite a lot.
I shall slake my thirst. My thirst will soon...
Excellent. Mission success. A kennel. Dire wolves. Ooh, nice. Slave market.
We're watching you.
Town hall. What's that get you again? Tradable goods, okay. Brothel. Grain exchange, land clearance, sawmill. Naval units. Oh my god, that's something this game has that Total Warhammer doesn't. Naval units, everybody. Shame no natural naval battles, but hey. Hans Bloodletter, thank you very much for 7 months of subbage. Hope you're doing well, Dave. I'm usually at work around this time, so I'm glad you could drop by. I'm glad you could drop by as well, sir. I've been having a grand old time this evening with this mod. Cairnstone. Crypt calls, ghouls. Bat swarms! Brilliant! I was wondering whether or not we'd get any bats. Apparently we do. I can't build any of this right now, but... Oh, a mausoleum as well. Zombie, skeleton warriors, skeleton spears, graveguard. Graveguard halberdiers, black knights, and Drakenhof guard as well. There's your Drakenhof guard. Black knights. Cairnstone. Crypt ghouls. Bat swarms. Spirit hosts. I think I want the Cairnstone. That looks really good. Looks like a very faithful recreation of Warhammer. You remember this mod being rather popular? Yeah, I don't remember much about it back in the day, because I think back in the day when I was in my big Total War modding phase, I knew absolutely bugger all about Warhammer Fantasy, so it never really ended up on my radar. But this mod is fantastic, it really is. It's extremely enjoyable. I'm genuinely impressed, like on a technical level, what they've done with this actually, because they've really just they've done a superb job. It's still the basic medieval 2 engine under all of it, but it does feel so different, especially with the battles. Oh, I'm building a grain exchange there still. Waldenhof. I'd like to build something that boosts public order, but there doesn't really seem to be an option for that. Town hall, public order bonus, tax income bonus, public health bonus. Yeah, build a town hall. Gotta head out. Chores to do, errands to run. Well, have a good one, man. It's actually 8:15. It's time for me to stop anyway, really. I'll hit end turn one more time. See if anything interesting happens. I want to play as I just saw the Dark Elves go by at the top there. I think I want to have a bash at playing the Dark Elves in my own spare time, actually, because Dark Elves are one of my favourite Warhammer Fantasy factions. I think those guys are magnificent. I would really enjoy playing as them in this, I think. Oh! My goodness, Sterling is attacking.
Surrender to my will, useless mortal.
Was that a Skaven army there? I think it was. New mission. Take Eichschatten. Oh, they wanted to take the Halfling town. Did they get it in the end? Did Sterling take it? They didn't! The Halflings stand! Ladies and gentlemen, with their hot pots and fighting cocks. They're still in the game, ladies and gents. Marvellous. It repelled the advances of those treacherous Imperials. Ooh, Pistoliers. Nice. We got some of the decent units. Hellhuntens Redeemers. That must be a fancy, unique unit. Led by Zealous Witch Hunter Josef von Hellhunden. The Redeemers are vampire hunters. Heading from the region around Siegfriedhof in Stirland. The Redeemers shun the green and yellow of their home province, choosing instead black and tan. All members of the regiment have experienced loss at the hands of the undead and vowed revenge. The Redeemers bear neck-protecting armor, and many carry ritual stakes. A priest of Sigmar accompanies the unit as they fight, as the fight is both physical and spiritual. Attack 8, charge bonus 6, defense 8. Most of which is defense skill. It's a shame we don't have any actual, like, decent ranged units. I suppose we have the huntsmen, don't we? But they're crossbows. Well, ladies and gents, on that bombshell, it's been a pleasure. I've had a genuinely marvellous time this evening playing as the Vampire Counts in Call of Warhammer. Have a happy Halloween, if Halloween is your thing. This week, I will be back on Wednesday, streaming, don't know what, probably more Total War stuff. Another Total War mod showcase. I was thinking of changing it up maybe next week and jumping into Attila for a bit. I was thinking of showing off maybe Age of Justinian or something. Or maybe Medieval Kingdoms 1212. Because there's still a few more Medieval 2 mods for us to get through, and we've been doing a lot of Medieval 2 mods lately, so yeah, maybe I'll switch it up. Aside from that, next Sunday I'm still not totally decided on what we're going to stream. I am leaning towards Knights of the Old Republic, though. I have gotten Knights of the Old Republic installed and patched up to work in widescreen resolution and all that sort of jazz now. It does seem to work just fine. It seems to play okay with OBS. And I played through like the Endar Spire just to make sure everything was fine, and you have to admit, it made me feel quite nostalgic. So we might be tackling Knights of the Old Republic. That might be our new Sunday series going forwards. We'll see. Aside from that, I don't really know. I'm tempted to stream a bit more Divide and Conquer, but I think I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to do it as a YouTube series because I've kind of discovered after looking at my YouTube analytics that Lord of the Rings, the Third Age Total War Divide and Conquer is ridiculously popular. Every time I post a VOD for Divide and Conquer, it outperforms all my other stream VODs. People really, really, really like Third Age. It seems to be ridiculously popular. I guess because it's that perfect confluence between the Total War fan base and the Lord of the Rings fan base, and it just comes together very nicely. People really like it. So I'm thinking I'm not going to do it right now because we've still got the Galatian Rome 2 campaign to get through, although we are coming towards the end of that. But I'm thinking maybe after we're done with that, the next series I do Total War-wise on the channel might be Divide and Conquer. I don't know what faction yet, though. There's lots to choose from. I mean, there's a ridiculous number to choose from, and they're all really good. So I'm not totally sure yet. I'm thinking at the moment. I'm thinking maybe the Dunedain, because they just have such a cool campaign where you start you start from absolutely nothing and end up with the most powerful faction. It's because you start as a bunch of muddy rangers in a field, basically, and then you finish the campaign as the reunited kingdom of Gondor and Arnor. And that's just marvelous. That narrative progression over the course of a campaign to go from absolute zero to absolute hero. There's something very compelling about that. So I think the Dunedain are a big contender for if I do a Divide and Conquer series. But God, there's so many others to choose from. Obviously I'm a big dwarves fanboy, so there's a part of me that's extremely tempted to go Erebor or Ered Luin. But also loads of others as well. I'd love to play as the Aradunaim and because they start off as a ship-based horde. Every campaign you do with them is different every single time you do it. So even if you've watched someone else do an Aradunaim campaign before, it's worth watching another one because the next person is going to play it completely differently to the last one. There's loads of other options too as well, though. Just playing as Gondor is fun, to be fair. And also, I wouldn't mind playing as the baddies. I friggin' love Isengard with the Middle Earth tabletop game by Games Workshop. Isengard's my main faction in that. I love playing as Isengard. I think the Uruk-hai are just so cool. And who doesn't want to be the faction that's led by Christopher Lee anyway, you know? So you're not a fan of them, too much of a fan fiction faction. They are very fan fictiony. Dorwinian are like that as well. But I just like them purely from a gameplay standpoint. I really like them from, you know, if you want to go lore friendly with Aradonime, you can obviously just take Umbar and then you can just say you're playing as Umbar. But I just love because there was a whole little trend within the Total War community back in the day, when in the Roman Medieval 2 days, where people did what we called migration campaigns. And this was even before Barbarian Invasion, where you actually got the horde mechanics. People would just, you know, up and leave with a big stack of troops and just march all the way across the map to basically establish a new homeland somewhere else. And the cool thing about Aradunayim in Third Age is that they lean entirely into the migration campaign thing, which is what makes them so damn fun. So yeah. Conscription mechanic they have is cool. Yeah, like you can recruit the units from factions you've defeated, and they actually appear in your colours on the battlefield and everything, which is pretty sweet, yeah. But then the Dunedain have their own cool thing, don't they? Their Beacon of Hope mechanic as well, where they can recruit like weird units from other factions, I think, a little bit and stuff as well. I haven't looked into it very much, but I think they also have a unique recruitment mechanic. Yeah, there's just too many damn cool factions. I don't know where to start. It's hard to choose. But anyway, I'm rambling about stuff that's not related to what we're doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed. Please consider checking out Call of Warhammer, Beginning of the End Times, because this mod is fantastic. If you like Warhammer Fantasy, I cannot come up with a single compelling reason why you shouldn't play this mod. It is so damn good. It's really fun. Particularly if, like me, you've gotten a little bit disenchanted with Total War Warhammer. This is right here waiting for you, and I guarantee you're going to have a ton of fun with it. So, yeah. Have a good one, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you next week. And we actually have an ending soon screen now, don't we? Except... I don't know where it's gone. Did I not save it last time, or... Oh, wait, no, there it is. There we go. Ending soon! Ladies and gentlemen! Ending soon screen. Isn't it lovely? I changed literally one word in the text, and we have an ending soon screen. I don't have a hotkey set up for it, though, first, at the moment. Which is why switching to it is a little bit awkward. But anyway, pro stream. Yes, thank you. Very professional. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to see if I can raid somebody. Right. Lost and V are playing some Saints Row the Third. We'll raid V. So go over there and say hi to them for me. And I'll catch you guys next week on Wednesday. Toodaloo.